Welcome all fire signs to your numerology reading for March. Hope your friends are doing great out there. If your friends like this, hit that big old like button and subscribe. Okay, let's get in here and see what is going on with you. This message is coming out. Ooh, 56 relationship change. We're talking about that 5, which is talking about that change, and we're also talking about 6, which is relationship, love, harmony, togetherness, connection, right? Loving it. It's talking about encouraging us to take action and focus on our spiritual growth when it comes to this relationship change, bringing in this change, being open-minded about your life path as well when it comes to this. Okay, so talking about spiritual career, look at that, 78. The 7 is the spiritual, the 8 is the manifesting. The spiritual career is also talking about the expression of the divine guidance and support that you're talking of, right? Talking about that wisdom and intuition, bringing that wisdom and that intuition into your job place, allowing spirit to, right, help you out. You might even become tarot readers. Maybe you're guiding people. Maybe you're a psychiatrist and you're bringing in that spiritual area within your life. It's, you know, there's going to be a lot of different reasons to why you're bringing spirituality, feeling like you're on the spiritual path of your career as well. This card indicates an opportunity to embark upon a career in your mind, body, and spiritual area. This could be a full or part-time venture. It's entirely up to you. You may already have the credentials to begin this work now, or you may require further study before you're ready to start. Whatever your situation, this card is a confirmation that you have genuine talents and abilities that need to be put to good use. Okay. The thing that I love about this is it doesn't have to be that you're working as a clairvoyant. It doesn't have to be that. Look, when you bring in a spiritual career, it could be that you're teaching someone something. You're bringing that love and that spirit alive within someone. Think about it. Even if you're a singer, you're bringing that joy, that happiness to someone's soul, right? Just by the music that you're sending out into the, into the world. Right? It doesn't have to be that you're an astrologer. It doesn't have to be that you're a numerologist. It doesn't have to be that you're some clairvoyant that's going to give out the messages, or some tarot reader, right? It doesn't have to be that big. It's just it doesn't matter how big or how small the scheme works within the career. It's how you're using it to help guide other people. Are you, being at service to help people get through their worries, their doubts, their fears? Even as teachers, helping the children understand things, right? You're sending out the greater good to people, whether you know it or not. And that's what it's saying. Being of service through your spiritual career, like I said, and just being in that spiritual area within your life just means I'm bringing something to the table to help other people feel comfortable. You might not even know it. Doctors are healers, but they also have a way of talking to you to where you feel comfortable, right? Are you that doctor that says, yes, you have this happening to your body, but it's okay. I'm going to give you this medicine, but you're going to be okay. Think positive about the situation. Bring positivity into your life. I have a doctor that actually did that at one time. He's just a very, very, just a very inspiring, healing doctor. Just the words that he gave out was just very comforting. And that's what being a spiritual career is. It's just about the comfort that you're bringing other people. And it doesn't matter where you are. It could even be selling houses, bringing that spirituality out there for everybody else, making them feel good. Okay. Energies of spiritual healing, energies of rekindling, energies of making people feel good and positive around you. Doesn't have to be all that, you know. I mean, a lot of people see that, they're like, I'm not, that's not me. No, it actually is you. You'd be surprised. It's about the way you're doing things. 87 synchronicity. You guys got a lot of 87 to the 78. That's very interesting. Having a lot of the 8 is the manifesting, and the 7 is the spirituality. And now you're having the synchronicities to go with that. Seeing the synchronicities. Remember that you are a magnet attracting upon yourself the things that you want within your life. So the 78, the 7 is definitely is the spiritual awakening and the enlightenment, and the 8, of course, is that manifestation of the abundance and prosperity and bringing out all of those nurturing factors within your life, keeping yourself harmonious and balanced. So the synchronicities are saying, do you see my signs and synchronicities? Are you aligning yourself to the universe? You are aligning yourself to the universe, and that's what the universe wants you to understand, is that you are more aligned than you probably realize. This card indicates a need to have faith in the universal order of events, even in the midst of hopelessness and uncertainty. There is no such thing as an accident or a coincidence in the universe, and the perfect people and opportunities will appear miraculously when least expected. Even when you can't logically comprehend how your dreams could possibly come true, you must trust in the magical power of synchronicity to deliver what you need. Remember, it isn't your job to know how things will unfold. It is simply your job to believe and know that all is well. The hows, whens, and whos lie in the hands of the divine. But once you surrender the outcome, you are shown the next logical step. We all get caught up in this, especially in tarot, right? Yeah, especially in tarot. I want to know when, and I want to know who, and I want to know how, right? But you have to understand, even as tarot readers, we can't always tell you the whens, hows, and whos. Sometimes we're blocked for reasons. Universe says, no, I'm not going to let you know that. You'll become clouded and not be able to find the answer, because that is not for you to know. It's for me to know and for them to find out. So sometimes even tarot readers, doesn't mean they're bad tarot readers. It means Spirit says no. You may have come across this if you've ever had a personal reading. I have, and I've even been that person giving the personal reading, saying, I'm sorry, I can't tell you that. The divine will not let me push that way. If I want to push that way, there could be consequences, that karmic consequences I am not going to deal with. I'm not putting myself into harm's way, trying to figure out answer. Oh yeah, there's probably ways around that. Oh, I know there is, but I'm not going to do that, because that could actually boomerang back on me, right? Why? Because there are certain things that you need to develop. You have to develop the positive state in mind of having that trust. And if I give you all the answers, or somebody gives you all the answers, then what happens, guys? Your beliefs change. Oh, it's okay. I don't have to really believe it because the tarot readers will tell me. Careful, careful. We have to understand these things, right? Not everything is meant for a timing. Not everything is meant to know who, what, where, and how. I have faith that synchronicity will lead me where I need to be. In order to improve your current situation, you're being asked to adjust to and harmonize with the natural rhythm and cycles of your life, cycles that are encouraging you to trust in the power of synchronicity. By living in constant alignment with Source through positive thoughts, emotions, and prayer, you will, affirmations, prayers, manifesting, however you want to call it, you will automatically attract miraculous synchronicities into your life. You will be shown the logical steps, because there are certain things in life that you have to be learning a lesson from. That's why we as tarot readers cannot be giving out all the information. But I'll tell you one thing, don't even go there. There are certain people that will break the universal laws. I am not one of them, right? I've already learned my lesson on that one years and years and years ago, and I will not ever go back that way. Yeah, not a joke. Wish I could sit over here and tell you that was a joke, but I am not joking. Those who wish to do so, that's on them, not me, right? Choose wisely, Spirit says. And yes, choosing wisely on which direction you're going, listening to what it is you need. 7, divinely guided, and listening to the angels to your higher self. The powerful sign of the universe indicating that your life's purpose and destiny are within the reach. 7. You have now 777. This is crazy. And a lot of signs are actually getting that. This is crazy. You have 88, 777. And I just, you know what? That's crazy too. You know, because I have a lot of signs that are getting these triple digits and double digits a lot. So it's pretty interesting. The Spirit really wants you to understand, because this is your spiritual strength, your spiritual journey. This is where you're supposed to be learning. Can't be getting all the answers for everything. I'm here to teach, not to always give out the information that's 100% you know, that everybody thinks they want, right? It's more of a guidance. 4, right? And I am a magnet attracting into myself. Without exception, what you give thought to, wanted or unwanted, you begin to invite into your experience. You see yourself as a magnet attracting into you the essence of whatever you are thinking and feeling. For example, if you feel poor, you cannot attract prosperity. It defies the law. This is what it's trying to teach you. This is what the signs and synchronicities are. They're telling you, you're having this beautiful, now let's go back to what we're talking about, this beautiful relationship change, whether it's romantic, partnership, platonic, whether it's a friend, right? Friendship, business partner, or a love. You're having a relationship change. Something is changing. Someone is coming. Something is coming to where you're going to also have this spiritual career. Something is happening spiritually. Because you are synchronized with the universe and bringing in the manifestation of your relationship change. Changing that spiritual career, changing the relationship within the career, bringing in someone who might even have a spiritual career, who can teach you about spiritual career. Take it how it resonates. You have the answer within yourself. You know the answer. Whatever the first question, you know what I mean? Whatever the first thought was, it came to mind, you know that was it. You're saying, aha, that was it. Don't overthink it. You know what it was. Okay. So, having the 777, angel number 777 is talking about just the overall, right? We can bring in the soulmate thing. I'll bring that in too. Okay, but the overall is just taking the time to focus on yourself and to be alone and understanding. This message is carrying the inner wisdom, intuition, and profound spiritual growth. Interesting. Interesting, right? Because you know it's spiritual growth. We have spiritual career, spiritual strength. Bringing in that spiritual strength, understanding where your strengths are lying within your spirituality. Everybody's spirituality is a little different, but you know exactly where you're headed. You know what you're doing. 777 points to the potential of your heading in a new direction in your life, experiencing things you haven't yet experienced. Your whole life could level up because of this new area in your life. It's saying not only are you headed in a new relationship change that awakens your spiritual career, awakens all this stuff, and awakens all this extra spiritual strength, it's something that you have not done yet. This is something new, brand new, fresh. So this person could literally be different from yourself, the yin and yang effect. Okay. So let's go ahead and go to love. The love situation is assigned to have a conversation or do something you've been too scared to initiate. Do something outside of the box, something that you've been too scared to do. This is a time not to let outside influences or worry cloud your judgment or make you miss out on this opportunity. If this is a twin flame, which remember is only like 1% to 2%, I think it's actually risen within a while, which I think is very interesting. But that's a whole nother story. I thought that was weird, but depends. No matter what, it's about a 1 or 2%. Not everybody has one, but going on a deeper soulmate connection, okay, whether it's twin flame or super deep connections, we're going to say this is where old and new, okay, are coming together. Positive indicator of loving guidance and support. Keep your heart open. This way, this allows this deep soulmate connection to really, really take place, really change everything, right? You guys are divinely guided on this journey together to come together. This is a new soul contract. 777. I mean, that's the universe literally talking to you about having this relationship change and how it's going to affect you and how it's going to be so different from everything that you've ever had. And if it's just a soul, contract of somebody supporting you in your career, a new partner, a new friendship, something of this nature, something is happening though, but there's definitely some kind, like it's meant to happen, literally 100% meant to happen. You got the 8-8. You might have even manifested someone to help you. You might have felt like you were struggling and that you need some love. You need this, you need that, something. But I want you to understand though, watch your neediness, right? We don't need, right? We'll talk about that in manifestation later, or we already had. I think the thing is that with it coming in, no matter what, it's talking about the connections being blessed and supported by the divine realm. So it's a soul contract that says that this needs to happen because the spiritual energies are activated and they're being guided towards you and you're being guided towards them. Because remember, no matter what, my friends, you are being guided towards them as they are being guided towards you. It's not just one. It's you guys are both synchronized to each other, right? So you could only say that if they're being guided towards me, then that means I am being guided towards them. There's no such thing as one way or the other. It's the same. It's mirrored. Okay, we always mirror each other. But there's a lot of things you have to choose wisely within this situation, and you won't know exactly what the time is because you have some lessons and some ideas and some things that are going on before this person 100% gets here or during the time this person is here. Okay, so you could say this is already taking place and that's beautiful, and that just means careful, right? Careful, keep guiding yourself. Keep guiding yourself within your lessons, right? It could have been because you were feeling stuck, you were feeling bored, there was something that you felt like I wasn't winning. They want you to stay very self-disciplined within this situation, right? And have that discipline that you need. Remember that you don't have to have this is talking also about being a perfectionist. Remember, you don't have to be a perfectionist. Nobody on this planet is a perfectionist. We're going to have downtime. We're going to have uptime, right? So if you feel like everything has to be perfect all the time, just remember there's no such thing, okay? So when you fall, don't be so overly critical upon yourself because there's no such thing as ever being perfect. No one on this planet is perfect. Nothing is perfect. We might do the closest to the perfect work we can do. And you could say, yes, I'm a perfectionist in my work. Yes. But Spirit says, I don't want you to just be a perfectionist in your work. I want you to be more perfect within your life. Be more self-disciplined, right? And don't be so overcritical on yourself when things go down because there's no such thing as perfect anyways. Because you have the abundance coming in, something that's very stable, something very strong, a gift from the universe. This is a gift. This is a soul contract. This is something that's stable. This is something that says this has to happen. This is divinely given. This is the career, the prosperity, the opportunity of a lifetime. This is something that you have been attracting your whole life, whether you knew it or not. It's something that, I've been the magnet for this situation. This could be the person who's going to come in and help you with your career. This is the person who's going to help you with your love. This is the person, help you grow. But remember, because this is a relationship change and you have all these 777s and all these divine things, and we're talking about a soul contract, obviously, you're going to help them as well. Because it's duality, right? It's a dual thing. It's not just me helping them, but them helping me. You might not know exactly what you're helping them on, but you'll know. Maybe you're just helping them by allowing them to help you. Maybe they just are one of those people who need to help people. By giving them love, giving them strength. It's time to rest, my friends. It's time to slow down. It's time to recuperate. It's time to, plan for your future, but make sure that you're planning for the future in the now. Don't allow yourself to get stuck in the, into the future too far away. Okay. Make sure that you have different and multiple priorities back here, right? Weighing options, looking at your options coming. You got 2s and a 4. 2 and 4 is 6 again, bringing in the harmony. 2 is balancing the situation, keeping yourself patient through it all, being patient within yourself, being patient within your life's journey over here. The 4 over here is grounding yourself, resting, making sure that you're finding the true parts of vitality within yourself, and also allowing yourself the solitude that's necessary so that you can get the downloads and understanding that you're looking for. Okay, because remember, you hold the key. Okay, allowing the blessing to come when the blessing comes, and not allowing yourself to become impatient. As we rest and have relaxation, we realize that, we can just relax and not have to over worry and overthink situations. Okay, this will also allow that feeling stuck or overworked or however it is to dissipate as you're allowing this person to come through. Beautiful reading. There is some kind of spiritual thing over here. This is a very spiritually divine reading over here. It's crazy. This is the first one I've had in a while that's actually that super duper spiritual. Guided for the right time in the right place. For a lot of you, it is romance. We've seen that. Bringing in the romance of your life. Bringing in, for others of you, it's just justifying everything. It's so balanced. There's so much compromise. It's compromise within yourself. Compromise within everything that you're doing. Allowing the universe to balance out everything for you, allowing yourself, right, to have the success that's needed within your life on the right path, knowing that it is exactly where you need to be, having you're ready. Universe says you're ready for these blessings. You're ready for something better. You're ready. And I'm bringing this person to you as we speak. So don't worry about the timing so much as it is happening. And keep telling yourself it is happening. Remember your manifestations. Because I know I know that those who watch these channels, watch manifestation. So remember your manifestations. And for those of you who are new, who are watching, welcome. And not only that, go ahead, if you are interested in the manifesting videos, go ahead and watch those. The new one will be up real quick. But everything is in the playlist, okay? So, but I do know that those who watch the numerologies, the chakras, what we call spiritual healing, are those same ones who are watching manifesting. And we don't have a whole lot of people watching, but you know what? It doesn't matter. Because this is what I actually love doing more than any of the other readings, to tell you the truth. And Astro Dice. I love Astro Dice. I just do. But in actuality, if I could just do healing readings and just the Astro Dice, I would be, the other ones are good. They're good. They help us along the way, right? But the healing is what I'm really after over here. The spiritual counseling guiding is really what I love. It just don't get enough attention. That's okay, though. It's okay. Focus on what we need to focus on. And it's crazy because that's exactly it. And thank you to my higher spirit here for just a second, because I heard it too. It's not about how many watch, it's about how many people we get out there and how many actually want to listen to these readings. And that's all that matters. And I agree. Mastering what we need to master, mastering the step of what you need, having the patience. You guys know what you need to work on and what you truly are meant for. Have that positive potential, right? I also feel like this card was meant for me when I was talking about that. Because some of these videos might only get, 6 or 7 people watching. Some of them get 40 or 45 people watching. It's about what's meant to get out there. I'm not worried about it. I'm more worried about getting the message out there than how many are actually viewing it, right? Just saying. I love what I love, and I love teaching. So, okay, let's go, right? You guys, you know, it's all about the meditation and the inner guidance and that conscious awareness. And, you know, when we're talking about this conscious awareness, I want you guys to remember that when you are using your law and attraction over here, really tell yourself the affirmations. And, you know, it's funny. I was watching a thing the other morning that said, it just happened to pop up. It was kind of crazy, but it said morning affirmations. But it literally, they were telling me, it was one of the little shorts, right? Because I watch those little shorts. And he was saying, if you do this 10 minutes or like 5 to 10 minutes before bed, right? Getting it into your subconscious. I am beautiful. I am, you know, I was saying your affirmations, right? I am wealthy. But do it also in the morning. Like as soon as you wake up, right? 5 to 10 minutes after you wake up, because your subconscious is still open. So you want to start the day off that way too. I am wealthy. Because you're getting it into that subconscious. So you're actually really 100% rewiring your mind. And that reminds me of this card here. It says, I can change my life by changing my thoughts. And that's actually just getting into your subconscious. And that's exactly what it's saying, without having to actually meditate. Without actually having to meditate, you know, a lot of people can't find time in the morning to meditate before going to work, right? So you just wake up and you just, I am wealthy, I am healthy, or put it on your phone, find those affirmations, and have them all over. Scripting, I am wealthy, I am healthy, gets it into your subconscious. Every time you text that, right? That's why I tell you guys a lot of times, text this. I am a magnet attracting unto myself, right? Text it. That way your subconscious knows it because you wrote it. But it was kind of crazy though, because I just seen it here and I was just sitting here thinking, not everybody has time for meditation. A lot of people are still even learning how to meditate, right? So if I'm just still learning or don't have time all the time to do that, how do I do this? Just by doing exactly what I said, okay, my friends? And just make sure you're repeating it to yourself. That way your subconscious hears you, okay? Gets in there, rewire that mind. Once you rewire that mind, it knows I'm grateful. I have gratitude, right? I am grateful for my life. I am grateful for this house. I am grateful for my dog. I am grateful for my job. The more grateful you are, the more universe wants to give you things. And that is just it. I mean, you guys are doing a great job though over here doing this stuff. But this soul contract is, for the majority of you, you didn't just attract this. It's actually fated to happen anyways. It was like you were changing things around yourself to where you were pushing this togetherness, right? Wow. And then it's almost like your souls are saying, well, I'm ready. And they're saying, but I'm ready too. Okay, then let's get the two together. You see what I'm saying? Because they're at your level, you're at their level. Now we can be at each other's level so we can actually work together on this spiritual career, this spiritual journey, giving each other the spiritual strength. This is a very beautiful reading. Okay, my friends. Until next time, peace and love, my friends. Bye-bye.